The Chinese holy places in China, the Indians holy places in India, the Arab.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This man presents a series of statements, and then he ends it all by asking a question. He says, the Chinese's holy place is in China. The Arabians' holy places are in Arabia, and so on and so forth. And then he asks finally, where is the African's holy place? Now, his point is incomplete because he was able to tell us the holy places of other people, but he wasn't able to tell us the holy place of his people. Alhamdulillah. So I ask you to answer your question. I ask you, tell us, where is the African's holy place? And if you don't know, I will tell you. Now, before I inform you of the holy places of African people, you have to first know what makes a place a holy place. Alhamdulillah. And there are two reasons that come to mind at the moment. I have to do more reading to check if there's more than two. But at the moment, from what I have here, alhamdulillah, there are two reasons. The first is that a holy, righteous person, whether man or woman, does some work, does some action, put in some labor on a land. So for example, Prophet Abraham and Prophet Ishmael. Prophet Abraham and Ishmael, they built the Kaaba, right? The mosque in Mecca. So we go and pay respect. Another place is the Audubon Ballroom, where Malcolm X held his last speech, where he was murdered. Yes, alhamdulillah. Malcolm X was an African man from America, an African American man. So that spot is holy. That spot is holy. If I was not going to work and I had time, I would go show you how it would look and what's over there. It's set up nicely. They have a statue of him. You know, as a Muslim, we don't agree with statues, but it is what it is, right? Because not only Muslims hold him to be a holy person, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, or hold that to be a holy place, right? So those whose religions allow statues, they did that, right? We don't allow statues, but it's still holy, even though a statue is there, because that righteous man was there, putting in work, giving a speech. Now the second reason is that a holy person died in a specific land, or the grave of a holy person, right? So for example, Medina, the city of Medina, where the Prophet is buried at the moment, that city was not a holy city until Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, went there and led the companions, ruled over the companions, guided the companions, taught the companion. Then it became holy, and then he died there. So now we go and migrate there. But even if the Prophet wasn't buried there, we will still migrate there because he did some work there. Prophet Muhammad went on forgive me, I'm thinking about work, and I'm looking at the time. I can't be late for work. Right, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he went on his night journey, he went to Jerusalem. One night, he prayed there. He just prayed. Went to the heavens, came back. He just prayed there. It became holy. Right? Alhamdulillah, right? For the Muslims, right? But in this case, the second reason that he passed away in Medina, so we go and pay our respects to Prophet Muhammad there, right? Also, Muslims go to Jerusalem and any other place, like in Syria or in Turkey, where companions of Prophet Muhammad had died, like in Turkey. Some even say in China, right? And we go pay our respects to them, alhamdulillah, right? Now, in the African continent, how many saints have died in the African continent? Sheikh Ahmed Tijani, he's a Sufi. from the African, I believe he's from North Africa, African continent. We have Uthman Danfodio. We have Sheikh Ahmed Bamba from Senegal. You can't look at the Senegalese and say that they don't have, a holy site in Senegal. Alhamdulillah. As for me, mine is Samadillah. That's my father's village. And whatever house my father is on, whatever land my dad rests in, even if the people don't know me or my father, best believe once my mission is accomplished, they'll be blessed. They'll know that a righteous man lived there, right? And I'm his son, right? So that's for me. That's my holy place. It's my children's holy place. Wherever their grandfather lived, wherever their grandfather resided, and also our village. That's where we come from. And also, if you know the history of our village, it must be respected. Especially the mosque in our village, it must be respected. It must be honored, right? Different African peoples have different holy sites in Africa. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So that's my answer. And also, in short, there's a mistake that you made as well. The mistake that you made is assuming that just because a Chinese person is Chinese, the holy site in China is only for the Chinese. That's wrong. I read certain books by people from different cultural backgrounds, and because of that, it increased within me a respect for those individuals, for those righteous individuals, even if they weren't Muslims, for those righteous individuals who had an impact on certain people, Chinese people, Greeks, etc. So when I have time and money, I will go over there and pay my respect. Not because I believe that they're Muslims or anything like that, no, but because they had a great impact on society. They were righteous people who had a great impact on society. Therefore, their resting place, or wherever they did work, in or at, must be respected and honored by me. Alhamdulillah, because that knowledge was inherited by me. I read their books, and I see thousands of years later the impact that they had on their society. I gotta go pay respect. If it wasn't for them, maybe their descendants or their people could have been slaughtering my people right now. But because they taught them righteousness, they're righteous. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Right? So, this guy, I'm not moving. I'm not moving, sir. Imagine that's my coworker. He's still there. It is what it is. But anyway, he's leaving now, or she's leaving now. But anyways, where's your holy place? You didn't tell us. Alhamdulillah. Tell us. Next time, don't end in a question. If you're gonna guide us Africans, guide us. Don't have us think. The righteous and spiritual leaders of the past, they were not philosophers. They guided the people. They gave people the answer. Just like how I gave you the answer. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now tell me yours. Peace.